So yesterday, Nintendo of America and Illumination decided to release the second trailer, the first full trailer, but the second trailer of the Super Mario Brothers movie. And I have to say that basically this one was probably just a bit better than the first. There is no denying that. There is no denying that. And in this trailer, we got to see more of the characters speak, as well as more of the characters, period. I mean, right at the beginning, we see Mario entering this Coliseum in Donkey Kong Country, the jungle country, if you will, where he's going one-on-one with Donkey Kong. Now, we don't hear Donkey Kong speak or anything, but all we do see is them squaring off, and as Mario's charging at him, saying one of his catchphrases of "Let's go," he ends up being caught by, or palm-faced, if you will, by Donkey Kong, DK, and then literally getting the crap beat out of him, as a result. Which, kind of is like shocking Peach and Toad. Now, speaking of Peach, I'll tell you, if anybody thought she was going to probably be a damsel in distress for this film, those roles have been reversed. Because the one that's kind of in that damsel position right now is Luigi. I know, shocking, right? But I think that they're basing Luigi's persona off his persona, not just of recently, his scared persona, but mostly his haunted mansion persona. So it's going to be really interesting how they play that all up in the movie. Now, we do hear Charlie Day finally voicing Luigi, and basically him being confronted by Bowser, and Bowser basically saying that he's going to take over the world. That's inevitable, but that there's one slight obstacle, and that obstacle is a human that looks very similar to Luigi, at least from wearing a mustache perspective like Luigi does. And Luigi, of course, tries to play it up or try to play off the fact that, hey, you think I know every single human that has a mustache like me and everything, or the letter of their name on their hat? Because I don't, And basically Bowser then plucks because, Bowser is plucking, basically pulling away, kind of plucking away one of his facial hairs while Luigi's saying this, and then he just finally pulls with full force, and Luigi just screams like, ah! So, again, the roles are going to be obviously reversed here. And there is, no denying that when you look at the trailer. The roles are going to be reversed because Peach, voiced by, I think, what is her name? Anna Taylor-Joy, I think. Anna, I'll put it this way, is bringing it as Peach. She really is. Now, the design might be a little bit slightly different than what we normally see Peach as, but you got to remember, this is not the regular video games. This is a movie, so you got to have more expression in there from your characters. And you could definitely tell that with this film overall, and this second trailer, full-on trailer, I should say, overall, that they've taken inspiration from all Mario media. And one of the prime inspirations has to be the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Everybody knows how iconic that show was. I mean, you had basically Captain Lou Albano in the live-action segments as Mario. How cool is that? As a kid that grew up in the 80s and the 90s, how cool is that? So obviously they're taking inspiration from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, as well as, other elements, like Super Mario Brothers, The Adventures of Super Mario Brothers 3, The Adventures of Super Mario World, those two animated spin-offs of, Super Show. Obviously, they're taking a lot of references and inspirations from all the past and present video games of Mario Brothers, and they're incorporating it into this movie. That is very obvious from the get-go and very cool. I mean, the fact that at the beginning of the trailer, and 3C Films pointed this out when they did the breakdown video, basically when you see Mario and Donkey Kong confront each other, you get a widescreen shot of what they're standing on, and it's basically a callback to the first Donkey Kong video game and the stage where you have to climb up and rescue Pauline, if you will, from Donkey Kong. So that's a nice little touch there. And speaking of Pauline, even though we didn't see her in this trailer, she is going to be in the movie. Who's voicing her? I can't say right now. I have to go and look at that. But she is going to be in the movie, and what role she plays, no one really knows. We don't know if she'll be she'll be in the role, I should say, of Mario's girlfriend from the real world, just like, we saw in the live action film back in 93, 94. We don't know if she'll be that. We don't know if, she's going to be a mayor of the city of Brooklyn, because one of the big things we were all wondering about, is will they be from the real world? And obviously, like I said, taking inspiration from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, that's exactly what we're getting. We're getting them from Brooklyn, New York. Now, 3C Films even said it could be Brooklyn, New Donk, because of New Donk City in Super Mario Odyssey, I believe. But that may not. Is it Odyssey or is it World? I can't. No, it's World. I think it's Super Mario. Yeah, Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah, Super Mario Odyssey. But basically, that could be, where they're coming from too. That could be where they're coming from too. But anyway, it's basically seems like they're going, like I said, very similar to the route of the cartoon and other interpretations of Mario in other media, where he and Luigi come from the real world. Just like, as I mentioned, the 1993 film, they came from the real world as well. Get myself some coffee there since it's about 7:35 in the morning right now. But like I said, they came from the real world, in that movie as well. Now, getting back to the trailer overall, I thought this did a great job in giving us pretty much more of an idea of what we're in store for. Now, like I said, Peach, she's not going to play the damsel. That obviously has been reversed with Luigi. And it looks like the Peach that we're going to get here is a badass. She's basically a princess that's not just going to sit around and wait for herself to be captured and then be rescued. She's going to go out and do things. She's going to go out and do what she has to do to save her people. And I think that's great. Because you know what? That's the Princess Peach toadstool, if you will, that we got in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. And like I said, the various spin-offs afterwards. I mean, heck, they even gave her own game, if you will, Super Princess Peach, I think, on the Game Boy Advance. So if that's also a reference, by having her kind of join Mario on this quest, I don't know what is. Now, as far as, the rest of the trailer goes, again, thought it was great. Love the acknowledgments to a lot of the games. I mean, the training course, obviously, that Peach, has Mario going on, is basically very similar to what we see with, Mario 3. It's basically Super Mario Bros. 3. That's what it is. Well, the training course is not just Mario Bros. 3, but I think it's a combination, a hybrid. Because we only saw a taste of what the training course is going to look like, but it looks like a hybrid from what I see at the end of it. When we see the flag go up, like, hey, you achieved your goal, you've completed the course and all that. From what I can tell, it's going to be an amalgamation. It's going to be an amalgamation of all the stages, the beginning stages, if you will, of the Mario games, like Mario 1, Mario 2, Mario 3, you name it. It's going to be an amalgamation of all the beginning stages and all the final boss stages. All the final castles before you face Bowser. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be an amalgamation of all that. Probably mostly, like I said, the Bowser Castle and the other castle that you have to go through midway through the map on the Mario Bros. 3 game. So basically, like I said, the training obstacles look like they're going to be an amalgamation of several different stages, mostly the first stage, the middle stage, like the castle in Mario 3, where you face that Thrump guy, or whatever his name is, and then the final stage, which is, the castle with the turning flaming, the flaming sticks that turn around, rotate, stuff like that. So I love that. I love the fact that the training course is kind of like an amalgamation of all the different, first, final, and in between stages of various Mario Brother games from the beginning. Mario 1, 2, and 3. Now, one of the big things that got people talking was, of course, the ending where we saw them doing Mario Kart racing. We saw Rainbow Road. This was a surprise to a lot of folks. Mainly because of the fact that you didn't think, or I don't think any of us thought, that they were going to go and incorporate more up-to-date modern games, over the past decade, 20, nearly 30 years. But I think because it's been 30 years since the first Mario Kart game came out, I could be wrong, they decided as a bit of a tribute to put this in there, but essentially put in modern Mario Kart elements. Like you have Mario in his Mario Kart vehicle, as he's known for. You have Toad in his big rig. You have Donkey Kong in his. You have Funky Kong behind him in his. And you have Peach on her motorcycle, which he's mostly known for having. So, really like that. So, really like that they added that in there. Again, nobody expected it, but it's a nice little touch to basically say that this movie is not just going to be the start of potentially a franchise, of movies, a cinematic universe of movies, but that it's also, also going to cover all the bases when it comes to Mario. And I think the other reason they did it too, just in my opinion, is they're aware that if this does not succeed, despite the hype that it's getting, that if it does not succeed, at least they could say, hey, we got a Mario Brother animated film out there that has everything people know about Mario. And that's it. Even if it doesn't succeed, at least they could say there's a Mario Brother movie that we did that has everything Mario in it. I mean, they even have an island of Yoshis that they encounter, and basically that means we will get the Yoshi, at some point. Overall, I like it. I really do. Again, a lot of standout moments, in this trailer to give us an idea of what we're in store for. One of the standout moments is, of course, some people noticing the use of Mario's use of the Tanuki suit. The one that he would use in Mario 3. And we're not just talking, he's getting the feather and he gets an ears and, tail like a raccoon. No, not that. We're talking the full Tanuki suit, to where basically, to avoid enemies, he'll turn into a statue. And I'm hoping that's what happens. I'm hoping it's not just Mario. I'm hoping it's Peach and Toad that also access these suits and also go the statue route to avoid being detected. So that's obviously something they got to put in there as well, to kind of sneak in and avoid detection. They got to basically use the Tanuki suit to turn themselves into statues and then turn back after, they've survived, the detection. I also like the fact that Peach, when she's demonstrating what the world is, about and what the world is capable of when it comes to, granting granting users powers. I love the fact that she, touches a fire plant. She has the little fire in her hands and her outfit changes. Now, as far as I know, when it comes to the games, this never really happened, as far as I know. Again, it could have happened in the Super Princess Peach game, but it never really happened outside any other game besides that, maybe. And again, I'm not too sure about that. But it did happen. It did happen in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show cartoon, and I think the various spin-offs of Mario 3 and Mario World. And I think Mario All-Stars, but mostly Mario World. So I do believe it happened in those Mario medias, those animated series. So it's nice that they're, calling back to that and allowing her to be more involved and actually probably have some power at her disposal. Excuse me there. So I'm enjoying that. I'm really enjoying that. Overall, I thought the trailer, the second trailer, the first full-on trailer, I thought was good. I thought it was really good. Gave us a lot more than expected. Again, like I said, the roles of Luigi and Peach, have been reversed. Obviously, they've been reversed. So that's nice to see. That's nice to see that they've been reversed. And besides that, can't say anything else. I can't say anything else except you have to check this out. You have to check this trailer out. If you haven't seen it already, it looks really good. And it definitely gets me and everybody else hyped up for the film. It really, and that's the main purpose of a game. Not a game. No, not just a game, which it's based on, but a film. It definitely gets you hyped up for that. And like I said, the one thing that's going to stand out to a lot of people is Peach is not going to be a damsel here, as far as we know. She's just going to be straight up, okay, I'm going on this journey with Mario and Toad, and we're going to kick some butt. And that's pretty cool. And before I say anything, before I go, I have to say this. I know, because I know I said it about Sonic Prime when I saw the trailer for that, one of the final trailers for that. I have to say it here too. It feels like not only are we getting somewhat of an homage to the Super Mario Bros. Super Show and Mario 3 and Mario World cartoons, with Peach being more involved, but I think we're also kind of getting Nintendo and Illumination setting up, Mario, Peach, Toad, Donkey Kong, eventually Luigi, maybe even Pauline. As of right now, I think what they're doing is they're trying to set them up as sort of the freedom fighter-like heroes of the Mario franchise. I mean, we already kind of see that when it comes to the other interpretations, of Mario and his friends in the games. But it feels like from a, more non-game media perspective, that they're going in that direction, with this movie. That they're trying to turn them into the group of freedom fighter heroes. Now, I don't think they'll take on the name Freedom Fighters, but still, it's something to really look at and everything. It's something to really look at and consider. Especially, like I said, when you see how Peach is positioned and everything, it's like you're obviously trying to tell the story of these characters, being, more than just, people that just met and probably have no idea how each other work and all that. So that's nice. That's a nice little touch to me to add, that they added in there, that you're kind of turning them into a, kind of a hero, hero world saving team, if you will. And it's not the first time. I mean, if you watch Nostalgia Critic Doug Walker's review of the Mario Brothers Adventures manga comics in Nintendo Power, which you can get in a collection, Peach is no stranger to this. She's not. She's no stranger to getting in there and kicking ass. And even Doug Walker, Nostalgia Critic, was surprised by that. Like, you would think, she's going to be a damsel in distress and everything. Nope. She goes and kicks ass. Which is pretty nice. To see. And I highly recommend checking out that review. That video. But yeah, that's kind of the vibes you get here with Peach being involved as much as she's going to be. You kind of get those vibes here. Overall, can't say any more than that. And really, like I said, it's got me ready. It's got me hyped to see the movie when it comes out in April. So it's doing its job. It really is. Now, could there be room for potential sequels if the plan is to do like a cinematic universe? We'll have to see. But I'll say this, Nintendo, you have a huge, buttload, of characters that you could use in potential future projects that are related to the Mario franchise. And if the plan is to do more Nintendo movies from an animated perspective with Illumination, as one of your partners, then this movie, then the trailers that have already been released for this movie, the posters and everything, I'm telling you right now, you got yourselves a gold mine that you're sitting on that you need to take advantage of. You really do. You have a gold mine that you are sitting on that you need to take advantage of. So, with that said, guys, I'm just going to leave it at that. Let me know what your thoughts are on the new Super Mario Brothers movie trailer. I am not going to do a reaction because, again, I don't want to deal with copyright, and I'm still trying to, take my time to get my monetization back. I got to reapply again. I think I know what to do to get that done now. But let me know what your thoughts are overall. Live chat during the premiere, like the video, comment below. Support me over at Venmo at Brian-Roma-2, Cash App at BWRoses. Also check me out at DeviantArt.com, says BVW1979. Also check me out at BWRoses Discussions, all your favorite audio podcast locations except for Pandora, where you will get an audio version of this. Also, ladies and gentlemen, check me out at VENMO at BWRoses for content you can't get here on YouTube. Also, check me out at patreon.com, says BWRoses, with the $1, $3 tier. And also support me at my Teespring store as well. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are. How do you feel about it? Do you think I bring up some good points of, it looks like they're probably trying to turn them into a freedom fighter-like group, in a sense. What are your thoughts? Comment below, live chat during the premiere. I'd love to hear from each and every one of you on this. And until next time, I will talk to y'all later.